This is Elizabeth Shework, aka one of my really good friends here at school. How has your college experience been here at good old Mary Washington? It's been a good 4 years here. Have you met a lot of people? Enjoyed yourself?
My first year here wasn't so good, but I have to say the rest of 3 years was pretty good. I made a lot of good friends, and it's a little awkward talking to the camera and telling you this, but
No, it's cool because I'm doing video journals, and it's really awkward for me doing that too, so I feel you on that one.
Alright. But yeah, I was in the Korean community program, so that was also a lot of fun in sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of good people. I have more friends here in Virginia now than I do in New York.
Cool. So you're happy you came here. It was a good decision.
Totally. Yeah, and I'm more independent now, which is great.
Do you have any plans right now?
Well, I'm currently waiting to hear back from graduate schools.
Right.
I got an interview at George Mason for their master's program.
Woo! That's awesome!
Yeah, but I got rejected from 4 other schools.
That's okay.
So.
Let's be positive. What did you apply to grad school for?
Developmental psychology. Applied. If that doesn't work out, hopefully a job, maybe.
Yeah, didn't you talk about working at some place in New York if you didn't get into grad school? Like a counseling center or something?
Yeah, maybe a Head Start program because they have some of them in New York. And there's also like just community programs for after school work with kids because a lot of, I guess, especially in my school district, a lot of the parents work. So they have a lot of after school programs for kids.
That would be good. When you were little, what did you want to be?
Lots of things.
Okay, well name them.
Alright, I wanted to be a veterinarian. When I was younger, I wanted to be an actress for one reason. Because they got to be everything, so I thought that was like, you could be everything. And then later I found out that they were just faking to be everything, and that kind of killed that. And then I wanted to be a lawyer at one point, and then I came to college and switched my major to psychology.
Yeah, why the switch, you think?
I liked psychology better. I was in a international relations class and political science class, and they were talking about Milgram's experiment, and that was the first time I spoke in class, and I knew more about that than the material that I had been studying in that class.
Oh wow.
So I decided that psychology would probably be a good switch.
Awesome.
But I love Mary Washington. I got to meet Brittany Killian,
Oh god.
one of my best friends. And yeah, without coming here, I wouldn't have got to meet a lot of amazing people, and I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Cool.
For the relationships that I made here, they're very important to me, and I hope they stay with me for the rest of my life.
So Liz, what are your favorite memories here at Mary Washington?
Okay,
Some of them.
My first one is sophomore year. I had an exchange student from Korea as a roommate, and she got me into watching these Korean dramas that they're really cool. It was kind of annoying at first because you have to read the subtitles, but one night we stayed up. It was me, her, and our friend Alex, and we stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning watching this one drama because it's like each of them are like 12 episodes.
Yeah, I think I remember that actually.
And each of them are an hour long. So we started at like, I think like 9 or 10, and we just watched practically the whole series in one night.
What was the series called?
It was it was Japanese. It was called Hanayuri Dango, which is like it was Japanese. It wasn't Korean, and it translated to something like boys with flowers, or girls like boys with flowers, or something like that. And we had started watching the series earlier. We were like 3 episodes in, and it got really good by the 4th episode, so we just stayed up and finished it.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really intense.
Spontaneous?
Yeah, it was on the weekend though, so it wasn't too bad. I don't think we would have done that during
That's cool.
But yeah, 4 a.m. And then one of my other favorite memories was when me and you went to the U2 concert because it was just so spontaneous.
I know, that was awesome.
We were at the induction for new members into Psi Chi, which is the National Honor Society in Psychology. A little spiel.
Thank you.
And we were kind of deciding whether or not to go. We weren't sure if we should go, and it was like a weeknight, so we were like, oh, we have school the next day. We were in the same class. It was
a Thursday night, right?
Yeah, because that Friday we had McEwen's ABA class. So that Friday, so kind of like debating what not to do, and
Yeah.
they were like, oh, we're not gonna go. And then at the end, I remember I looked over at you, and you were looking at me, and I was like, you want to go? And you were like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, let's do it. And we went, and it was like amazing. Like in the car, I was
like
so
parking.
excited.
Parking was super easy.
Yeah.
We took Caitlin's GPS,
But
got
not
us there
Caitlin.
perfectly,
Like, just
and
the
then we
whole
ended up scalping, or not?
tickets?
Yeah, scalping tickets from this guy, and he was like, "Oh, 40 for each of you." I was like, "No, no,
Everybody's
no,
like,
no.
no.
Let's do 30 for you two," because I was like, "You two, they have like they've already started, right?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No." I said, "Well, we
Yeah.
missed Muse then."
Yeah,
and he said, "Okay," like so.
And it was just so much
That
fun
was so much
we didn't
fun.
plan on it.
I loved
We
it.
just jumped in the car.
We didn't even have dinner,
No.
right? I brought some Pop
Yeah, we ate
Tarts
Pop-Tarts in the car.
and Coke and stuff and like juice.
Yeah.
That was so
And
much
then we
fun.
met your friend and had pizza, which was pretty
Oh,
nice.
Rakesh, yeah, that was neat.
But that was so much fun. I remember we were like screaming. It was awesome. Okay. And the memory that I'm most looking forward to is the sleepover with 2 ladies in the car.
It will happen.
It will. It
Even if I have
definitely
to kidnap Liz, I will call Alex and be like, give Liz an overnight bag secretly. I will
Pack it for her.
I'll grab Liz, you grab her bag. We'll leave the car running.